welcome back to my lore series on aspects of Mourn, my upcoming book series. Today, we're doing the last two videos that surround book 2. And there's a lot of information to go over, even though it's only about 2 characters. There's 2 short stories after the premiere story, which is Freya Kaine. And one revolves around this character, Ivory Peregrine. Ivory, let's take a look at her, is a blood wood elf archer. Now, I, for years, have loved Hawkeye. I loved Green Arrow. But I've always wanted to do something with this. There's a thing called Zen Archery, and I always wanted to do something with it. And I developed a character around it. And I was like, you know what? Let's just take the cliche wood elf archer and do something a little different with her. She lost her eyes defending the city in what is now dubbed the Big Event, and those missing eyes, believe it or not, are a primary focus of her story. She retrained to still be an archer. She did not give up when she lost her sight. She said, I'm going to still be an archer. So she retrained with her senses to still be actually better with a bow. Now she does use magic to aid in her reaching her targets, but she doesn't need it. She only uses that to refine things and do like trick shots and whatnot. She'd use the same magic if she had her sight. She is pretty dang good and considered one of, in this last bit, I said there's 3 characters that are my pillars. And you've met Gazelle. You've met Freya Kaine by the time you read Ivory's story. And there's Ivory Peregrine. Why doesn't she get her own book? Because I tried looking at her story from a large standpoint, and it felt better coming up with everything and making it a very short story. It's not that I don't value Ivory. I do. I think she'll be appearing throughout the book series, other spots. She'll be making little, what I call hiccup appearances. But yeah, her story, it's better told in a small chunk, and you'll see why when you read it. I'm eagerly looking forward to people reading this short story because of what it contains. It contains my nod to one of the most infamous, derailed stories told in comics. It's my homage to that and me doing it right. You'll find out more about that and it sets up the rules for something which I don't want to spoil, because if I spoil it, you'll figure out what's going on too early. But yeah, you'll see when you get your hands on Ivory Peregrine. And with that, I will see you all in the near future. And thank you for listening.